Shah Rukh Khan graduated with a bachelor's degree in economics and started a master's program in mass communication. The master's degree he could not finish because he ventured into a career in acting. Known as the king of Bollywood, Shah Rukh Khan has not only captivated audiences with his acting prowess, but also with his eloquence and charm in English. Whether he is addressing international audiences, giving interviews, or delivering speeches, his command over the language is remarkable. So let's take a closer look at how King Khan shines in English.
I know that you lost your father at a young age, and 10 years later you lost your mother. Have women played a very important role in your life, do you think?
Shah Rukh Khan often displays flashes of humor when making conversation, even if it's on a serious topic.
I don't spend time in the company of men.
Okay. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but...
He has his own brand of humor.
I have 3 aunts and a grandmother, and then my mother passed away. I have a sister who's unmarried, lives with me even now. Then I had a wife, and then I had a daughter. I started working with all the girls in the country.
In his capacity as an actor.
So I've not had the chance to be with men. So I am naturally inclined towards women.
In other words, women made him what he is today.
We even desexualized powerful women. She's so much like a guy, she's such a man, the way she... Because men are scared.
Yes.
Men are scared.
Dear audience, as you can see, King Khan's fluency is amazing. Words flow out of his mouth spontaneously.
Do you think they are, Shah Rukh?
Most certainly, I'm scared.
Now comes the final flourish.
What are you scared of?
I'm scared of women loving me too much.
Shah Rukh's quick-thinking repartee makes this conversation particularly engaging. The fact that he is able to do this in a second language makes you admire him even more. Now, watch how the king of Bollywood responds when the host introduces him to the audience.
It's been a long time since a lady sat so close to me and praised me so much. Thank you, Shamim. It's a long, long time.
We'll come back to this session later. For now, let's watch Shah Rukh together with American actor Brad Pitt answering questions about their movie careers and whether or not they seep into their personal lives.
What's the secret to staying relevant, successful, and influential for 25 years?
You want to take that one?
No, you.
Because I have no idea.
Brad wanted to pass the buck to Shah Rukh, but to no avail.
I say a little bit of luck, but I also trying to reinvent. Constantly trying to look for something new, something different.
Shah Rukh chips in and elaborates on what Brad said. To some people, King Khan may seem a tad more fluent than Brad, to whom English is the mother tongue. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, mainly that, I think, to be able to survive your mistakes. And mistakes were normally things which are very close to your heart. And if they went wrong, somewhere down the line, the only thing that keeps you going is the fact that you're still surviving.
Shah Rukh will now use a useful phrasal verb, start off. You keep on doing what started you off.
You keep on doing what started you off, which is being relevant, being novel, trying to, kind of reinvent yourself.
Now, the question of whether or not on-screen roles hold sway over their personal lives.
Do your roles seep into your life? Do they change you?
I'm extremely emotional when I'm doing it, and then I'm completely detached once it's over.
This video is about Shah Rukh Khan's English, so let's cut to him. Sorry, Brad.
I've been asked many times, playing this character role, has it changed your life? No, it hasn't.
Notice his use of a compound adjective to describe the bath he takes to wash away any influence of the character.
I do one and I take a 2-hour-long bath on the Friday the movie releases. Try it, it works.
Let's turn back the clock and experience a younger Shah Rukh Khan in the wonderful company of Angelina Jolie.
Good evening once again, and this is really, really nice.
Care to explain why?
Because I'm in the wonderful company of Angelina, and she has something to say to you. Please, Angelina.
Namaste, India, Valam.
As always, his fluency shines through. Time for a more formal speech.
I was born in a refugee colony in the capital city of India, New Delhi. And my father was a freedom fighter. My mother was, well, just a fighter like mothers are.
The way Shah Rukh is standing is known as the power position in public speaking. In this position, you stand tall with your feet naturally apart and your hands placed in front of the abdomen.
When I was in my early 20s, I lost both my parents, which I must admit seems a bit careless of me now.
Losing his parents, Shah Rukh says, seems a bit careless of him now. He uses the word careless in such a way as if the deaths were caused by his carelessness, like the way you would lose your car keys or watch. No wonder it brings gales of laughter from the audience.
And the framework of life was very, very simple then, to be honest. I thought, you just ate what you got and did whatever you were told to do. I thought celiac was a vegetable.
Shah Rukh gives a string of examples to hammer home how naive he was in the past.
Vegan, of course, was Mr. Spock's lost comrade in Star Trek. You married the first girl that you dated, and you were a techie if you could fix the carburetor in your car.
Aside from his superb proficiency in English, Shah Rukh has at his disposal a good dose of deadpan humor.
I've also been made to understand there are lots of you here who haven't seen my work, and I feel really sad for you.
His felicity of language is mind-blowing.
And of course, we have President Trump on Friday, who's been criticized about his stance on women. Do you agree with that?
Shah Rukh finds himself in a sticky situation, being that he has to comment on the criticisms leveled against Donald Trump.
These are all world leaders, and we scrutinize them ever so closely. One thing said, one thing unsaid, one mistake made, everything is scrutinized. I also kind of, in a very small way, belong to that category because I'm an actor and everything is being scrutinized.
Shah Rukh Khan's English vocabulary is top-notch. Notice how he effortlessly uses words like inequality and primitive.
Anything which promotes inequality, or just because we are biologically different, we are going to have a different set of rules. I think that itself is a stupid, primitive thought in itself. And now
the crux of the question.
If somebody was to tell me that, a leader of the world or anyone is saying something which is anti-woman, I completely disagree with it. It's a natural way to be.
A touch of humor wouldn't hurt.
So what would you say? What would your message be to President Trump?
Well, I'm not giving him no messages. I'll SMS him.
The host isn't one to let go just yet. She tries to wring a response out of him.
What would that SMS say, Shah Rukh?
I'll tweet him.
I think he definitely looks at his Twitter, that you'll be safe on that.
The lady keeps at it by inviting him to be serious.
But in all seriousness, what would you like? Because, of course, such a powerful leader coming, what message would you like? You're working for women, for equality, to help them. What would you say to him?
There's no sidestepping the question.
I think every leader in the world should understand, respect, and perhaps help, promote it.
How does King Khan perform when members of an audience fire questions at him?
Hi, Shah Rukh.
Good evening. Topical
You endorse lots of products. And we buy those products because you endorse them. I want to know how much you believe in them, or you only see the commercial viability, or do you use any of those products?
That is $1 million question.
I do try very, very clearly, and I've been really lucky that because of the status I have accidentally or with my work achieved as an actor, I do get the greatest quality products.
Even if Shah Rukh is not the one endorsing them.
Great quality, even if I wasn't endorsing it. And I do really consider the products, and I'm like, it should be of a certain quality. Of course, I can't guarantee it.
He uses Godrej as a case in point.
When Godrej is offering me a product, it's a worldwide known house of greatness. And if they are choosing me, it's an honor to me, and it has to be good.
Care to provide an example?
So, how much do I use it? Yes, I've just driven here in a Santro.
Khan puts in the right examples at the right places.
Today, the youths have dream of becoming film stars and cricket stars. How do you foresee their future and the future of the country?
Quite an interesting question.
I think fantastic. I think every youngster should be encouraged. I think cinema and art forms and all art forms have reached a level where it is commercially viable.
Shah Rukh misspeaks, saying growing young instead of growing up, creating a funny effect.
When I was growing young, everybody wanted to be a doctor. And then, did I say when I was growing young?
Khan narrates a story about his physician aunt living in London.
I tell this story to everyone. My aunt is in London, 35, 40 years of general practitioner, doctor, been working there.
King Khan emphasizes how educated she is, with the result that the comment she makes about him seems particularly surprising.
She's very educated and a big doctor, and I remember my film Bazigar had released, so that was the first time. I was 27 when I'd gone to London. I never traveled abroad, and I went there and I met her. I was a big star because my first film had done well, second had done sort of well, and Bazigar, so I was like already a star. And
Shah Rukh describes all the important details of the story, preparing the audience for the punchline.
And she met me and she loves me like a son. And she said, "Beta, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. ये सब तो बहुत ठीक है. But तुम काम कब करना शुरू करेंगे?"
Let's return to the first interview hosted by the World Economic Forum and listen to Shah Rukh talk about the Mir Foundation.
You started the Mir Foundation in 2013, and of course you are helping women who have suffered horrific acid attacks and burns.
What motivated him to start the foundation?
So what made you start the foundation?
Actually, Tanya, it's the number. I met these ladies,
Notice how Shah Rukh Khan's impressive fluency in English comes to the fore.
you know, who had been victims. And I kind of started studying, finding out from people, and realized that officially there are only 400 acid attack victims in India.
King Khan uses a great idiom, from pillar to post. If someone goes from pillar to post, they're forced to keep moving from one place to another.
400 is a number that I think I can individually, without really having to run from pillar to post.
He felt a desire to bring positive changes to the lives of the victims.
Contain, rehabilitate, perhaps, and I pray for myself that my business becomes so big that I actually employ all of them with me.
In my judgment, the most striking feature of Shah Rukh Khan's English is his fluency. Add to that an extensive, active vocabulary. His English is a pleasure to listen to. I want to close this video with a question. Does anyone in Bollywood speak English better than Shah Rukh Khan?